Good morning, everyone.
Time vanilla. Oh yeah. We got 5.
Oh, I didn't know we had people were rolling in. You guys were just looking at it.
7.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hello. Oh, is Sydney on there this morning?
We're waiting for our magical 10, number 10.
I think we hit it.
We did already? Wow.
Yep,
Okay.
we hit it. We're there.
Right.
Let's roll. Well, good morning, TMMK Fitness. Coach Allisha and Coach Erica here with you this morning. There's a reason why we look, so beautiful. And we'll get to that in just a second. Couple of reminders. If you comment during our live video, then you get a chance to get a raffle ticket to win an Instant Pot. Okay, so comment during this live video, which we really want you guys to share with us, and we'll kind of talk about that throughout the video. So, also, we are not healthcare professionals. We're fitness professionals, and we care about you. And so we just want to bring you our tips and tricks and what we are doing during this crazy time to kind of just help stay as normal as we can. So we're going to talk about a morning routine and a bedtime routine and keeping that as normal as we can throughout this time, just because it makes me feel good, it makes Erica feel good, so we want you guys to feel great as well. So we want to answer any questions that you have, and then also just hear from you guys what your own tips are in the morning or at night to kind of stay in your routine. And so just make sure again that you comment throughout.
So, the official Webster meaning of the word routine is done or happening in a standard or usual way. So just think about that as we're talking about our morning and bedtime routine today. And just with same with all behavior change, you have to be willing and ready to make the change and create the change. But not just knowing the things, it's the action that we're after. So today, while we're talking about all these tips, think about how you are going to put these things into action, because otherwise it's not really going to help you unless you do them.
So I'm here to talk about my morning routine. But first, so why is it important to wake up and start your day at the exact same time every day? And also, why is routine important for you even when you are waking up at the same time every day? So actually, it will help you sleep better at night if you wake up at the same time every day. You're not searching for, when you wake up, you're kind of actually searching for that restfulness later on. If you sleep in, super late, then you're not going to be wanting to go to bed at a normal time. It also helps to, your wake time, you feel a lot more productive as well. So if you wake up, you're ready to start your day, especially where we're still working from home, keeping that routine, making sure that, I'm completely thrown off my routine. If you guys know, I work 2 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. And here I am live with you guys at 9:30 in the morning, and just getting my day started. Completely different routine. So I'm still trying to keep the stuff that's important to me in the mornings going. So I actually I'm trying to keep, even this morning I was a little thrown off, but still trying to keep, my quiet time, my time that I just like to kind of just think about the day, keeping that as normal as possible. So, I do want to admit too, a few weeks ago, I did not follow my routine at all that I'm about to share with you guys. And it was about halfway through my day, and I'm like, man, I cannot get stuff done. I actually even text Erica, and I'm like, I am not productive. I don't know what's going on. Then I realized, Allisha, you did not start your day doing X, Y, and Z. I just got up, I made my coffee, and I jumped right into work. And that's just not good for me. It's not the way that my brain doesn't get started that way. So, fortunately for me, my dogs get up at the same time every single day. So I don't set an alarm. I did this morning just because I wanted to make sure that I was awake and ready. But I don't set an alarm. So my dogs, I get up, I take them out, I feed them, then I get myself ready. So I will, while I'm brewing my coffee in my little Keurig, I fill up my water and I take honestly 10 big continuous gulps of water while my coffee is brewing. Then from there, I actually, I get grapefruit. I eat grapefruit before I actually drink my coffee. So I get that ready while my coffee's going. Get a little creamer, because I do like a little bit of creamer with my coffee. Then, I enjoy that. I may even watch a little bit of Netflix just to kind of like, again, my quiet time before I get started. Hop in the shower. Maybe I'll wash my hair. I don't wash it every day. Side note, but wash it, and then I don't really do much with it. I keep it in my beautiful towel here. Throw on my favorite power leggings, right? Because I love a good pair of leggings if you guys have seen me in the gym. I put on my favorite face lotion, and I also put on my favorite Gold Bond. That stuff, this stuff it's literally gold, especially like my hands right now cracking from all the washing. So this Gold Bond stuff it's amazing.
Maybe I should check that out.
Yeah, it's really good. And then I brush the old pearly whites, get them all nice and, pretty and clean. Put on either a hoodie or a, comfortable shirt, because I still like to look, feel comfortable. And then, I would, if you have the option at that point, I don't. But then once you're ready, you're out of the shower, you're dressed, actually go ahead and making your bed. It's gonna keep you out of your bed for the day. And when you come to it at night, you're like ready to go, like, oh my gosh, this looks so comfy, I'm ready to get into it. I don't have that option right after I get out of the shower, but that's okay. And also, a couple things to think about, in the shower, like you can either throw on some of your favorite power jams just to get you ready for the day, or you can keep the lights off and no music and just use that as a time for like reflection, for gratitude, and just kind of like getting your day ready, getting your mind in a good spot. I know that that varies day to day for me. Some days I'm like dancing, like yes, ready to go, and then other days I'm like, no, I just need a minute, keep the lights off, no music. Just kind of thinking about what it is. But after that, I got my power leggings on, I got my comfy shirt, I'm ready to grab my laptop and my planner and get rocking and rolling on my day. So I want to hear what your tips and tricks are in the morning to get yourself ready and to help start your day in the morning. While you're doing that, Erica is going to talk to you about the evening.
Well, I'm going to ask you some questions.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yes.
Well, also, especially if you have kids, throw your ideas out there, because I know there's a lot of people watching this that have kids that maybe don't have the luxury that Allisha and I have. Well, there is a kid in the house, but he's a little bit older. So, yeah. But just ways that you kind of stick to a routine if you have younger kids at the house in the morning time. What do you think is something that you could either add to your routine or change that could make it even better?
That is a good question. Maybe not as much coffee.
Yeah, there you go.
To get my water in, sometimes I'm drinking way too much coffee in the morning when I'm just relaxing, and I need to set a limit to that so that I can make sure that I get more water. I'm trying to think what else. Do you have anything that I could do different? That you do different that helps you?
It's a good question. I don't know. It sounds good. I was just wondering if you thought you had
I noticed that if I don't take care of myself first, like that day that I was really struggling, I didn't take care of me. I was not taking care of me. I was so focused on work. I was ready to jump right in. I just was not productive because I didn't take the me time. And back on my normal schedule, my morning time was me. That was it. Like coffee, my favorite Netflix show, seriously, and then I would get ready to my workout to go to the gym. So I did not. If you don't take care of yourself first, you cannot be productive. You cannot be good for the kids. You won't be your best self if you don't take that. Like even if you have to wake up a little bit earlier to give yourself your you time, or even if your you time is like Erica's bedtime routine that she's going to talk about. Whatever part in the day, mine is better in the morning for me. But whatever part of the day that works for you, take time to take care of you. That is super important, especially now. Normal, but especially now. So,
do we have any comments?
Yes, we do. I was just going to get to that. So, Terry just actually said, she said, I needed this video. It's got to be about you. If you don't take care of you, nobody else will. Absolutely.
Amen!
Absolutely. That is so important. Maria said, I have noticed I am not drinking as much water. Usually at work, I could just have my water bottle on my desk and constantly feel it. Absolutely. You have to like force yourself right now to like, no, put down the coffee and go get your water.
I get sausage fingers. That's my body's way of telling me drink water.
Yeah.
I can feel just like this. I can feel the absence of water like through my skin everywhere.
Yeah. Erica Green also said, try Gold Bond overnight. Seriously, this stuff is legit. Like, I love it. We keep a bottle. This is the family size. We keep a bottle of this in the house at all times. Just a couple other good mornings. Nikki's on here. Sarah Maggard said, we're working to get back into a routine this week. And, Terry loves your robe, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
And let's see. I just want to make sure we're hitting these. We miss you too, Sydney. And let's see. I know there's some new ones. Oh, Stephanie. Hey, Steph. Hey, friend. She said, this is so awesome. Hello, friends. She misses us so much. And Kim said, hey.
Hey.
So awesome. Oh, and then Terry, good point. If you wait until you're thirsty, you're already dehydrated.
Yep.
Sarah, you also said I have 25 ounces of water before I touch coffee. Absolutely. So that's part of my routine. I start my coffee, I drink my water, and then I get my grapefruit, and then I get my creamer and my coffee. So the water is like, while you're standing there waiting for that coffee, because it's smelling so good, and you know you need a little perk, then you drink the water, because that's actually going to help you perk
You'd
up.
be surprised how much the water perks you up too, though. Like if you're really dehydrated, you'll feel a big difference when you regularly drink enough water.
And then Jenny just said, I just put my coffee down and filled up a glass of water. Nice job. We love it. We love it. Making changes.
Especially as the weather gets warmer, the more you're outside, the more sun that you're getting, you're going to need even more water.
Or if, you're doing work outside too, we're doing all these different projects and we're in a completely different routine. So making sure that you take water with you, take it outside. I know it's going to start to warm up a little bit here today, even over the last couple days it has. So just take water with you. I fill it up, and I've got my big, I've got a couple different ones that I use, but I actually use one that has a straw, because it's been research has shown that you actually drink more with a straw. That's why restaurants give you straws, and it's more sanitary. But she said, thanks for the applause. We're proud of you. But yeah, so drink from a straw, and oh my gosh, it makes things 10 times easier. But seriously, count. I count to 10 on my big gulps, and I know I've had at least 10 to 12 ounces just right there. So awesome. Oh yeah, and then Erica said I wasn't getting it in either. Found one of those 64-ounce Rubbermaid bottles, filled it up and poured from that throughout the day. Yes, absolutely. I was doing that more when I was at work, but I have not done that. since I've been home. So that's a good tip too. Thank you guys. Keep the tips coming. Rolling on?
Rolling, ready. All right, so it's time for our bedtime routine. So first, let's talk about how much sleep do you really need? It is different for everyone. Personal needs will vary, but on average, here's what we got. So adults, 7 to 8 hours. I know some of you are like, oh my gosh, yeah, right. I get like 4 or 5. Babies, 16 hours a day. That seems crazy to me. Like,
I want to be a baby again.
That's so much, yeah. Young children, at least 10 hours, and teenagers, at least 9 hours. So you guys go ahead and comment and let us know how many hours of sleep you get. I bet there's some really extreme.
Arlene said not enough.
Yeah. I will say that sometimes I even get too much sleep, but I'm definitely very good at getting enough sleep. Now the question is it quality sleep? Especially since we've been off work, where I'm not like wearing myself out every day. These last few weeks I've had a really, really hard time sleeping. So I've been trying to keep all of these routine things going, which will give you a better night's sleep. Any other?
Yeah, so Lindsay said, I've been getting more sleep working from home, but she's not oversleeping. She's getting 8 total each night. Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect.
Sometimes I'll notice like there's a really fine line. Like you sleep 7 to 8. If you get 9 or if you get 10, then it has like negative returns. Like you feel, even though you got so much sleep, you feel overly tired and sluggish, and it's like you probably woke up in the middle of one of your sleep cycles, which made you a little bit more sluggish than normal. So moving on, a full restful night's sleep, so those hours that we talked about, is required. You have to get that full 7 to 8 hours to get maximum benefits from the sleep. So the list is super endless. Things like boosting your immune system, which is super important right now, improving your memory and your productivity. It keeps your heart strong, preventing weight gain, all these things. So why wouldn't you want to get a good night's sleep? So we know that sleep is important, and so now we're going to discuss how do we slip into that super slumber.
Ooh.
Slip into the super slumber. You guessed it. Routine. That's how we're going to do it.
Routine. Who'd have thought?
So I think it's important to recognize that bedtime has to start, or your bedtime routine has to start at least 30 minutes before you plan to lay down and go to sleep. For some people, it's even going to start an hour or 2 hours before, especially if you've had a really active day, you've been running around, or what have you. So I think it's important that you have to either set an alarm or just know in your head, okay, this is the time that I have to start the routine. So for those that have children, they need a routine too, so you may even need to start your routine earlier so that you can incorporate the kids as well. But I think that it's important to teach kids the bedtime routine, and you can almost do the beginning part of that routine together. So if you're struggling, try to do something, whether it's lay down and read with your kids, or go sit outside and look at the stars for a little bit during the summertime. Whatever it is, just finding something for like those first 5 to 10 minutes of the routine to do it together. If they're old enough, if your kids are old enough, you can have them practice and work on creating their own routine and things that they know relax them, or what have you. So that's a good idea for your older kids too, to have them come up with their own. So you guys with kids, do you have any comments or recommendations of what you do with your kids at bedtime?
Yeah, so Jenny actually just posted, she said, this is true for my babies too. My baby has a bath lotion bottle rocking every night. She said, you read my mind. And I think that actually it sparked kind of something for me. If you think about, for those of you who have young children, think about that routine that you take to get them to sleep. So why is that not important for you to take that same type of routine to get yourself restful sleep? And then Maria said that Grayson actually sleeps 8 p to 8 a and takes naps for a couple of hours.
I think it's important too, like if you can make that combined routine work with you and your kids, that will leave a lot of good memories for your kids. So I can remember, I don't know how old I was, but I can remember my mom rocking me in the rocking chair and singing me a certain song a lot of nights. And I'm 32 now, so that was a long, long time ago, but I can still remember that and have good memories of that. So I think that's really important too, to create those happy and comforting memories with your kids.
And then a side comment, Jeremy Renfro said, y'all crack me up with your morning look. Looks like my house every day. Stay safe and see you soon, I hope.
Hi, Jeremy.
We miss you, Jeremy.
Okay, so some of the common things that we hear for bedtime routine, no screen time 1 hour before bed, that's a good one. Take a bath to kind of help calm you down and relax you. This is a good one that I really like, lower the temperature of your room. So they say for adults 60 to 67 degrees is kind of the ideal temperature range. So your body will, once it's kind of recognizing that it's time to wind down and go to bed, your body temperature lowers to prepare you for sleep. So the idea behind it is that if you set your temperature lower, then it kind of moves the process along a little bit and helps you sleep better. I definitely do that. Actually, I keep it cold all the time. So dimming the lights is also a really good idea. It's another way to kind of tell your body it's time to go to bed, because when you dim the lights, your body starts to produce more melatonin, which is one of those sleepy time things. Also meditation or journaling. So I feel like those are some of the pretty common ideas that we hear about. Do you guys use any of these tips or anything else that you want to add to the list that you want to comment?
So we do have a couple more comments. Sarah said, I give my 7-year-olds a 15-minute, sorry, a little slow, a 15-minute warning before we do anything rather than springing something on them.
That's a good idea.
Yes, so then they don't feel like their play is interrupted. And then Terry actually said she made a mistake when her grandson was here for 2 weeks at a time.
Mm-hmm.
She actually didn't make him go to bed at the same time every night, and it made her routine off.
Yeah.
And she couldn't, it was super hard to like get her workout in, and then also get like his schoolwork done.
Mm-hmm.
She said it sucked. Arlene said use a white noise machine.
That's
super,
my favorite.
Yeah.
I even have an app on my phone. Where am I from? I have an app on my phone so that if I'm traveling or I'm not at my house, or sometimes when I can't sleep, I go out to the couch, and I have that app on my phone so that I can use it anytime.
I personally use a fan.
Yeah.
And when we travel and I'm getting ready to go to sleep and I realize, oh my gosh, I don't have a fan, and then I can't sleep, and then my husband will pull up an app on his phone for me, just so I can have some of that background noise.
Definitely.
Kim says she's bad. She has the TV on.
Oh no! Don't
know.
tell me. That's the worst thing ever. I can't stand it.
Yep.
Ugh.
She said she needs to turn it off.
Turn it off, Kim. Do it for me.
Do it for me. Jenny says that she likes warm green tea at night. Yep. Elena said, oh yes, fan. And Elena also likes relaxing bath. It helps her. I can't speak. Okay. Yeah, that was right.
All right. So good ideas. Now I'm going to tell you about my successful bedtime routine. So my normal work hours, I work until 8:30 p.m. So I typically don't get home until about 9:15, 9:30. So I kind of have to like scoot along quickly when I get home. But right now, we're going to talk about right now. What I've been doing is I've actually been making myself get up an hour earlier than I normally do when we are at work, because I want to because I do work so late, I want to have more days.
Mhm.
So I'm using this time to practice getting up at 7 so that when we do go back to work, I'm going to continue getting up at 7 instead of 8. So this might sound early, but at 8:30 p.m. Is kind of when I start to wind down. So I like to, nothing serious here. I'm not like getting out the vacuum and the dust rag and that kind of stuff. But I just like to make sure that the living room and the kitchen are kind of tidied up. So I fold the blankets and, you know, push the chairs in and corral the dog toys and that kind of thing, just because it kind of makes me feel calmer. So I do a little tidying up, take the dogs out one more time. If I were working, I would pack my lunch and set my clothes out for the next day, get my bag ready. And then at 9 p.m. is kind of go time. So this is where my routine kind of kicks off. I always shower before bed, whether I'm working, not working. I just can't do it. Got to shower before I go to bed, especially with short hair. You know, like look at this, and you put the stuff in it every day. I have to wash my hair every day. Plus, like you just feel better when you get into your bed when you're clean. It also, the hot shower also kind of slows your heart rate down and relaxes your body a little bit more. So that's something that I always do. Then I have my dental hygiene routine. I have the world's worst teeth, so I have to make sure that I take care of them. So my teeth get a routine too. Water flosser is the most amazing thing ever. I've had it for about a year now and I love it. So water floss, regular floss, electric toothbrush, feeling fresh. So, going to bed with fresh breath. Then I start the Sleepy Time tea. This is Sleepy Time vanilla tea. Oh, it's so good. Just a little sippy sip when I'm reading my book and lay down and snuggling up with the dogs. So good. I love that stuff. So we got the Sleepy Time tea. I turn the lights down, you know, turn the main light off, make sure I have just like a candle lit or my little reading light on. This is my Zen candle with patchouli and peppercorn, one of a really, really good relaxing smell. And then I also have this vanilla and patchouli, it's like bed sheet spray or pillow mist they call it. But if you give this a little spritz like before you get in the shower or before you brush your teeth when you go to get into your bed, it smells so good and it just kind of relaxes you. So I use that as well. And then like you guys said, definitely turn the fan on to keep me cool. So I read for about 30 minutes just to make sure I'm extra sleepy. And make sure if you read that it's something that you enjoy. Like don't read a workbook, don't read a book about finances or how to invest, or you know, make sure it's something that can like transport you to another place, you know, just to relax your mind, make you feel good, get a little feel good endorphins flowing before you go to sleep. And then maybe you might even dream about what you were reading about, which is always cool. So at 10 p.m. is my lights out, and then I try to wake up at 7. So I think my favorite part of my routine is preparing for the next day. It's the same thing as like tidying up the room. For whatever reason, it just brings this calm over me, makes me feel like I don't have to rush in the morning. And then I do think I have room for improvement. I think the biggest thing that makes me not sleep very well is having all 3 animals in the bed. So I don't think it's ever going to change because I don't think they're going to allow that. But that's something that I can do to help sleep a little bit better.
We just have a couple more minutes left. We've got a few more comments, but a couple of tips that somebody has said that we don't go to bed until the kitchen sink is empty.
Oh yeah.
So you wake up knowing, in a better mood, knowing there's no dishes to do. And then Terry said that you sound so zen, like just with your little setup before you go to bed. And she also keeps floss in her end table drawer.
Yes.
Yes. And then also Sarah said that your house sounds like a spa retreat for bedtime. Mm-hmm. Let her know when there's a slumber party.
Okay.
And then Andrea said we have to lock the cats out of our bedroom. I wish I could lock my dogs out of the bedroom. They would just whine and cry.
Mine would
The whole
destroy
time.
the house.
Yeah.
Well, I can't trust them.
I will have to say my bedtime routine is, there's no routine. At all. I could do a whole lot more to be better at that, honestly.
Do you want to borrow my pillow?
I might need to use your pillow list. I need to start reading a good book again.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting I've got one.
You can come to my library. I have a lot of books.
Well, I've got the one you got me for Christmas. I need to finish that one first.
Yeah.
I've been slacking. But before we go, I just want to challenge you guys. I want you to have 3 tips or tricks or something that you change for your morning routine and your bedtime routine.
3 for each.
3 for each, absolutely. No caffeine after 3 p.m. Oh my gosh, 3 p.m. Whew.
Yeah.
That's a good challenge. I might even try that one, maybe. It'd be hard. But thank you guys so much. Challenge. That's your challenge. Accept it.
Come back to the post.
Yes.
You can do it right now. Write your 3 challenges for each in the comments so that other people can see and might be able to get some ideas. You have the rest of the week to kind of get your mind right and plan. And then the ultimate challenge is next week to implement these in the morning and in the evening as best as you can.
And you can even include, the tips or tricks for your kids too. So maybe it's something that you're going to implement, 1 for you and 2 for your kids, or even for your spouse. Like trying to get them on board too. So because that's going to help your restful sleep as well if you get them some restful sleep too. So keep commenting. Remember, you've got about we're a little bit over time, but you got about 30 more seconds to comment to get your raffle into the chance to win the Instant Pot. And that is only going through the rest of this week, I believe. So make sure you do it. Okay. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We miss y'all. Bye.